Hello you guys, welcome back to another video on this channel. Today I have a story time for y'all. A lot of times I tend to hold off on story times. Um, it just depends on what it is. Normally I'm telling a lot of stories from the past that just pop into my mind. I'm like, oh, this is good, or oh, I'm ready to talk about this now. I'm here to tell you about a very recent story in my life because the timing was just terrible, crazy, insane.
It's crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
I don't know, I just feel like it's a good story to tell. So, let's get right into it. So, this story time started Christmas Day, y'all. And let me tell you about my Christmas Day. My Christmas Day, besides this whole thing, was wonderful. Besides some other stuff, actually. Y'all know when I took that 2 week break and I said I was sick? I was very much sick on Christmas. My man literally took me to the doctors the day after Christmas because I couldn't. On Christmas Eve, I got 3 hours of sleep. I was in my throat. I had one of those colds where my throat was on fire, y'all. It hurt to eat, it hurt to drink. Okay, the pain medicine wasn't doing and then yeah, it was just I know everybody was sick around Christmas this year, and I was one of them. I was trying so hard to be happy, even though I was kind of in pain, just trying to take all the medicine and stuff all day. But besides that, Christmas was very chill vibes. This Christmas, my grandparents had people over at their house for Christmas, which is something they have not done in a really long time. My grandparents' house for Christmas was like a tradition when I was a kid. We would do my presents here, drive up to Granny and Grandpa's house. Everybody would be there, all the cousins. It would be really, really fun. They stopped doing it a few years ago. I think they started going someplace else for Christmas, but they brought it back this year, and I was very excited. This was also the first Christmas ever that I brought my man. I know it's crazy, y'all. I'm 22 years old. This is my third serious relationship, and I've just never really been the type of girl to bring people around my family intentionally. Like anytime any of my exes met my family, it was just not very intentional. Like, oh, they're dropping me off. Oh, I've never been you have to come and meet my family. But my boyfriend wanted to do the whole thing this year, and it's still a new relationship. But I was like, you know what? Hell yeah. Come to Christmas, and it was cool. So it was good vibes. I was around some family I hadn't seen in a while. My man was there. He met my family. Yada yada yada. We stayed there for a couple hours. Y'all, the best thing about being an adult is how you can leave whenever you want. When you drive, when you got a car, when you ride with someone other than your family, you can peace out whenever you want. And I wanted to peace out because just because it's my man. But also, y'all, I was also sick. So I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go settle down, finish this day, lay in a bed. Because by this time it was dark already, but y'all know how it gets dark super fast. It was probably only 5:36. So we tell my family we're about to head out, and I rode up to my grandparents' house with my family, obviously, but I was leaving with my man. So I'm like, Mom, can I have the keys to the car so I can get my stuff out, get my spend a night bag, get my gifts for him and all that? And she's like, yeah, she gives me the keys. So I go to the car and I get all my stuff out, and my boyfriend comes with me. And one thing about me, y'all, is this Christmas I was struggling. I'm a girl who loves to wrap, okay? I love to wrap gifts. You guys need me to wrap your gifts for you? Hate wrapping gifts? Give them to Alicia. My family does it every year. I just love doing it, getting in the season. Maybe it's because I don't have children or I don't have grand gifts. I'm like, maybe I would start hating it when I have to wrap giant stuff. But wrapping is so easy and quick for me. And I just listen to Christmas. I love doing it, right? I bought my boyfriend this one present. It was a cover for the wheel of his car. He had been really wanting this specific cover for his wheel. And I was like, I don't want to take it off the little circle thing and mess it up. But I was like, how am I supposed to wrap a circle? Anyone else would have probably been like, Alicia, get a bag. Any other sane person probably would have got a bag. But I was like, I still want it to be wrapped. Honestly, I should have wrapped it and put it in a bag. So it was less obvious. Long story short, I ended up just wrapping it in a circle. So imagine I'm just walking around with, like, I have something, the present looks like I'm holding a ring light wrapped. That's what the gift was looking like. So that was one of the gifts I had to get out of the car while my boyfriend was with me, because obviously he was going to carry my stuff to his car. So, like, the other stuff I had for him was in boxes, and he saw that and he just immediately starts laughing because he's just like, girl, like the way I wrapped it was so obvious. He was just laughing, like, oh my God, why? Like, this is so obvious, whatever. We get my stuff, we say bye to my family, and then we walk to the car. He's like, let me just open that one right now. Like, he was super hyped because he could tell what it was. He knew Sugar Mama got it for him. And he was just like, I want to just open it in the car and just put it on my wheel. Like, I just want to hurry up and do it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Yeah, you could just open it and then open the rest of the stuff when we get um to a place. You know what I'm saying? So he opens it up. He's like, he's super excited. He puts the cover on his wheel. He's like, like, thank you, baby, blah, blah, blah. We do the whole thing. And then we're like, all right, let's head out. I'm ready to lay in bed. I'm tired. Boom. So we pull out from my grandparents' house, like a spot by their house, and we begin our drive home. So before I get to the whole climax of the story, let me tell y'all something. We weren't even 5 minutes away from my grandparents' house when some BS had to happen. I swear when we talk about this day, I'm like, you opening that little cover for your will, I swear was foreshadowing. Let me preface something before we get into what you can tell. This is kind of going to be by the title. I'm a girl who thankfully, well, besides the story, I had never really got in like a car accident. One, driving, y'all, I'm a grandma, okay? When I've had my license since I was 18, I'm 22. I drive like a grandma. I make complete stops. I've never got a ticket. But even like with someone, I've never been in a car accident that was more than like a bump, like a little bump. You get out, oh, I'm so sorry, bro. They talk about it. They're like, oh, no, the damage not that good. One time I got in a little bump when my friend was driving me, a little bump when my sister was driving me, a little bump when my mom was driving me. I've never, thankfully, never been in something that crazy. So, this was wild to me. And to anyone else who has been in that situation, if you're watching this video, I'm so glad you're okay. Car accidents are no joke. This is why I take driving very seriously. Y'all, I don't even pick up the phone really when I drive. Like, I got the little change thing on my wheel. I'm very grandma serious about driving. But anyway, this wasn't our fault. So I don't even know why I'm talking about this. So we're not even 5 minutes away. We haven't even hit the freeway off my grandparents' house, and we're stopped at a light under a bridge, right? So we're just stopped, we're talking, and all of a sudden, I just start hearing like commotion. Like, you guys know exactly how car crashes sound in movies. Like, you hear a like, it sounds like something's going really, really fast, and like it almost sounded like someone was like doing donuts. Like, I just heard like a fast car. And mind you, I'm not driving, I'm in the passenger seat, baby. And then I hear like a screech that sounds like it's going on for hella long, right? And we're at like a street light. I'm not really paying attention. Like I said, I'm the passenger. And like I said, we're under a bridge. To me, it sounded very close, but like obviously in front of me, I didn't see anything. So I was like, oh my God. I thought there was a crash happening or something happening on the bridge above this street light. It wasn't. Also, like I said, I just hear commotion, commotion. I hear a screech, right? I hear a screech going for hella long. Like, me and my boyfriend are like, what the hell is that? All of a sudden, he goes quiet, y'all. Literally sounded like the movies. That screech turned into a and you know what else? Other than just the noise, I jumped forward. It's us. It wasn't the bridge. It was us. Y'all, after that screech, I just heard the screech. I heard the boom. It sounds like glasses shattering. All that. I'm just like, what the like thankfully I jolt forward. The airbags don't even go off. But I'm just like, oh, so like that was us. I like look over at my boyfriend. I look in the rearview mirror and I see there's like a car behind us. Y'all, One thing about my man, if y'all follow and watch my story times and you see my story times, like I went through his phone, stories about my ex, y'all, I was always with fake boys about it. Fake, I don't play about you. I'm really like that. One thing about my man now is he's really like that. He's really like that, y'all. My man don't even think. He don't even say anything to me. He puts the car in park. He literally opens up the door, hops out. Mind you, we're at a street light, like in steps. Immediately into who just hit us. My man gets out. He's yelling. He's like, "You just hit my car. What the?" And all I hear is a screech. I'm looking in the mirrors. Long story short, the car behind us wasn't about it. This was a gigantic white pickup truck, which low key already scares me because I feel like thinking of a gigantic white pickup truck, I feel like there's probably a man and maybe a big scary man in there. But like I said, my boyfriend don't give. He retired YN. We love him. We love him. However, he is not a retired crash out, as you can tell by this story. So my boyfriend hopping out the car and stepping to him really put the car behind us in fear. All I see is that car reverse, screech, and turn around like the opposite way. My boyfriend hops back in the car. He slams the door. He's like, "You good?" I'm like, "I'm all right." See me, y'all. Like I said, I drive like a grandma. I am a suburban black girl. I'm not very much of a road rager because, like I said, like road rage scares me. Road rage scare. There's too many stories of people doing crazy stuff over road rage. People having that thing on them during road rage. If it was me, if it was up to me driving the car, I would have pulled over, called the police, told them what happened, got the little accident report, blah 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 blah. No, my man reverses, turns around, and takes off on the car who just hit us. And you know what, y'all? I'm scared. I mean, I know I'm safe when I'm with my man, but I'm scared because one, like I said, I don't road rage. People are crazy. You don't know what that guy could have in his car. You don't know, blah, blah, blah. Two is y'all. We are in LA, Los Angeles, California, and we're not in Beverly Hills. We are in the hood of LA. I don't want to I don't feel safe chasing down barely anyone in LA, but especially the area we were in. Cause I feel like he might have that thing on him. Also, like I said, this isn't like a familiar area. My grandparents and family lives in this area. This is not where I'm from. So I'm like, this is unfamiliar. I wouldn't want to know. My boyfriend turns the car around, takes off after him, and then he dials in the 911 as he's going. I'm just in the passenger seat like, babe, babe, what are you doing? And he's on the phone and he's like, baby, like, you relax. Like, I know, like, this is kind of, but he was like, he hit my car. Like, I have to get his license number. We have to do something. And I'm just like, oh, yeah. Oh, he's on the phone with the cops, and the cops are basically just saying the same thing. Like, okay, like, do you, yes, I would recommend you get the license number if you can, but I also don't recommend you pursuing him because, like we said, because of safety issues, blah blah. My boyfriend don't give a fuck, yo. We're near, but mind you, this car is honestly driving kind of slow because as soon as, like I said, I did not see the car coming behind us. Like apparently, my boyfriend saw at last second, and he tensed up. I didn't. Like I said, I wasn't looking in the mirrors. I was feeling like if it's not in front of me, it's something on the bridge, right? It was not hard to follow this car because it was so obvious, y'all. You could tell that the person driving was drunk as hell, okay? Like, mind you, their car is messed up. Their car is smoking. Their car is smoking, okay? And you can just see like the way it's driving is like swerving and slow. Oh, now you want to drive slow? But you didn't want to drive slow when you rammed into the back of us. Anyone who knows, you can just tell when someone is under the influence when they're driving. And that's exactly how the car was driving. We're trying to catch up to the car. Like they're not driving super fast, but they're still obviously trying to get away. Obviously, like I said, he was scared when my boyfriend hopped out that car and stepped to him. Also, I guess apparently like another car saw the crash. I don't know if there's someone to the side of us, in front of us. These guys pulled up, were hella nice. We're like, yo, are you guys okay? We're like, yeah, we're good. Like, we're on the phone with the cops. Like, we're trying, can you help us get his number, like that his license number. That's all we're trying to do. And they're like, oh hell yeah. And these guys were like hella down, which is like, I'm like, were they the person in front of us and like they might have had some damage from our car slamming into them from the thing? I don't know, but all I know is they were down. They said, oh yeah, we'll help you. So yeah, guys, we're in a whole chase. Um, yeah, I'm scared. Like I said, y'all, I am a grandma driver. I am thinking logically, and I think my boyfriend is thinking very emotionally because he's just pissed off. He's like, obviously they damaged my car. Like that was a super hard hit. Like it could have hurt me. It could have hurt him way worse. Blah blah blah. But eventually, we're following them. Y'all, in the process, police really don't care about us. Okay, in the process, we saw two different cop cars. My boyfriend tried to flag them down, like flicker his lights, be like, "Hey," like when we're right behind someone who you can tell is extremely drunk with their car smoking. The cops didn't give a. Both of the cop cars ignored us. And yeah, guys, eventually he gets close enough to get the license number. He tells like the cops on the phone. And then like I'm really scared. Like I said, I'm scared. It's dark. We're in an unfamiliar hood. We don't know if this guy is crazy. We don't know if like how under the influence he is. And I'm like, can we please just like pull over and wait? Please. Please. And my boyfriend's like, all right. I told the cops the number, whatever. So we park in like a little parking lot. We tell the cops our location. You know, the ambulances come. They just check on us. Honestly, y'all, like I had a headache because of the way my head, whoop, you know.
And my head hit the wall. Boom.
Now I didn't hit my head like on the front, but it's just like the back seat, the way it flew, it was like my head, boom, you know? And then my man was honestly in pain because, like I said, I did not see this car coming, but he, as a driver, saw it last minute in his rear view. He tensed up. So he was having like a lot of back pain. Whatever. The paramedics come. We're not that messed up. We don't need an ambulance. We don't need medical attention. They just did like very short things like checking our heart rates, stuff like that. And honestly, y'all, that was basically it. I mean, there really wasn't nothing to do. Normally, when you're sane and not under the influence and have to run, um, there would be something. But like I said, this was a hit and run. The car is nowhere to be found. There isn't really much we could do after that but go home if we didn't need medical assistance. Yeah, honestly, guys, that whole experience was just wild to me because I was like, on Christmas Day, like I said, the foreshadowing. I'm like, he sat there and was all happy about a new addition to his car just for his car to get messed up. 10 minutes later, I mean, it didn't get that messed up. Thankfully, I am thankful for a lot of things when it comes to the situation because, like I said, the way they rear ended us was not like a, oh, last minute bump. No, y'all, like the like glass eventually shattered. It was boom. I am really thankful that me and my boyfriend just had like minor aches, you know. That was the case because honestly, like what my boyfriend was saying, this is a big pickup truck. I'm like, first of all, I'm confused how it didn't hurt us more. It was a giant fat white pickup truck. But I remember like some people were saying where they were like, we're actually kind of lucky that it was a car so much taller because if it were a smaller car that would have hit us like at our level, the car probably would have been totaled. Like we probably would have been messed up. So yeah, even though it was crazy, it was not like it didn't ruin our day. We still went home. We opened presents, yada yada. But it obviously, you know, I'm thankful that it wasn't worse than what it could have been. You know, shout out to the nice Samaritans and the paramedics for doing their job because 12 definitely didn't. I hope, you know, another thing I was really honestly scared about, because like I said, I'm a human being and I care about people, is just the car in general, y'all. Like I told y'all, that car was driving crazy. It was a giant truck. You could clearly tell that man was under the influence. I'm just like, I hope he didn't crash into someone worse. He didn't crash into someone not in a car. Like the way he was driving was absolutely like insane. So I hope that everybody else was able to be safe for the rest of the night, as safe as we could. But yeah, y'all, that was my first car crash on Christmas at that. That was insane. That was insane. Comment if you guys have ever been in a situation like that, if it was worse, if it was better. Let's talk in the comments. I don't know. Um but yeah, y'all, that was the story time. Thank you so much for listening to another story time. You guys know I like to talk. Thank you for tuning in once again. You guys, as you know, can always check out my story times playlist or any other videos on this channel if you want to hear more. New content always coming. Thank you guys for making it to the end of the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.